Morning Blitz begins now.
If you can see, the numbers all go to 11. Look, right across the board. 11, 11,
and most of
11,
the
and
amps go up to 10.
Exactly.
Does that mean it's louder? Is it any louder?
What we do is if we need that extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly. One louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
Don't touch it. Don't even look at it.
Oh, love it. So that was in honor of today being National Metal Day.
Oh, nice.
It is National Metal Day, celebrated on 11/11.
I love it.
In honor of, this is Spinal Tap, bringing
Today,
the volume to 11.
We go one louder.
Yes.
One louder.
I love it. It goes to 11. Too good. Morning, Callie. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. My Cowboys suck worse than ever. It's a complete disaster in Dallas, and I'm fine.
Okay, that's good. You've just accepted the fate, I guess.
Kind of accepted it a few weeks ago, I think. But,
yeah. You nailed the prediction on the Buckeye game. That was pretty good.
What was it?
You were the closest.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you were saying I got it exact. I would have if they'd have gotten a touchdown instead of that field goal.
Doggone it.
It would have been 49-0. Yeah, would I have 45?
I don't remember.
No, I had 49.
It was really close.
No, it was 45-0 I had 49-0.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you and Jeff went much higher than me.
Did.
A little. You 52, I think you had the Buckeyes scoring.
Yeah.
You know.
That was fun. I do love a shutout.
Yeah, I said we needed a shutout, blowout, and we got it.
Got it.
And there were still times it looked a little sloppy, though. It concerned me because I'm watching some of the other teams, although Georgia got beat. So that was, I was kind of blown away by that. I mean, Ole Miss is a good football team, but I still expected Georgia to win. But, I was watching Oregon, and they just look so crisp and perfect execution. I'm like, we got to clean this up. We got to clean it up. And then this is after a 45-0 win. And I'm like, why am I bothered by this?
I don't know.
I'm thinking big. National championship, you know. I want to get that ring.
Yesterday, I want to tell you what a total waste of a day it was for me. Like, we usually do a big, huge walk on Sundays. Like, we call it family walk. Me, Charlie, and Moses. We go out. We do family walk together. We usually try to explore somewhere.
It's pretty icky.
Of course, we couldn't yesterday because it just rained all day. And so, do you know what I did?
TikTok.
I did nothing all day long. Nothing. I don't even know that I sat up that much. And then by the time I went to bed, I was like, man, I'm awake. I have done nothing to expend energy today. I did stand up at one point to make dinner. And that's about it.
What did you make?
Pizza.
Homemade pizza?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we do that every Sunday. I make pizza.
Oh, every Sunday? You make
every
homemade
Sunday.
Pizza?
Every Saturday we have we go to Chile Verde for Mexican food, and every Sunday I make pizza.
Are you do you make your own dough?
I use a dough. It's a floury, prepackaged. You have to put the yeast in and all that
and
stuff.
spread it out and all of that.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
I do all of it.
Yeah, I consider that homemade.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you know, as opposed to buying like the ready crust. You know,
no ready
like a
crust.
Mamma Mia or something.
None of that, baby.
Okay,
all
I've
from
done
scratch.
that.
I'm spreading that bad boy out by hand.
All right.
Which I wash, by the way. Oh my gosh. And let me just flip to a new topic really quickly, is that we're having a potluck at work here.
Oh boy.
I love the idea of gathering. I do. And it's a blast. But potlucks, you know how I feel about potlucks.
I do. Most people, I think.
I trust most people in here, though. Let me think. Is there a soul I don't trust? Can you come? I can't come up with anybody that I wouldn't actually go to their house and hang out.
But you just don't know.
You don't, but I really would. I guess I'd find out the hard way because everybody in this building I'd have dinner with at their home. I can't think of a soul I wouldn't do that with.
Okay.
Can you? Think about every office in this place.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like everybody's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You're hesitating
no,
more
I
than
can't.
I am.
I can't think of anybody.
Can't think of a soul. So we'll be safe with a potluck here.
Yeah.
We're not going to all go down with some weird food poisoning that happened at that one company. When was that? Like a month ago? Yes. It was that chicken processing plant, and somebody brought in homemade noodle recipe, and everybody went down there. Like 50 people went to the hospital.
Well, you just wonder, was it that, or was it where they're working? Did they hold it in the plant?
I don't know, man. I don't know what happened.
I don't think I want to eat anything even that I brought in at a chicken processing plant.
I don't know if that's exactly the business. It was some type of meat processing or something.
Yeah, I'm good. I saw the invite, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
It's kind of at a weird time for us, but okay.
Well, they always are. All the gatherings are at weird times. They're in the middle of the day. Everybody gets to stop working and go enjoy the gathering.
Okay.
We have to come back.
Here it is. 46 people hospitalized in a foodborne illness outbreak after they shared a dish at their workplace in Maryland. Oh,
man.
Oh, gosh. We gotta go.
Do we?
I mean, I don't know. Okay, the incident unfolded at NAFCO, N-A-F-C-O.
Oh, no, that's too close.
That is close.
That's too close to NAFCO.
It's close to NAFCO. It's NAFCO Wholesale Seafood Distributors. It's a seafood distributor. It's not a processor. And somebody brought something in from home, and they all went down. 46 people. Okay, we'll keep you guys updated on what happens. When's our party? Is it this week? It's this week, right?
Is it this week?
Like the 15th or something?
I was trying to find the email because it had what people were bringing so far.
Oh, okay.
Where did that go? Oh, well. We'll have to come back to that. Because some of the stuff people were bringing sounded really good.
Friday, November 15th at 12:30 p.m.
So this Friday.
Sign up to bring your favorite fall dish to share.
Yeah, what do we got so far? I saw several things on there. Like
getting on here, the Sign Up Genius.
Glenda, who's on here on the weekends, she had a couple of real good sounding things on there.
Yeah, she's bringing buffalo chicken dip.
Yeah.
We've got to sign up for cheesy potatoes. Ooh, Glenda's also bringing caramel apple cheesecake bars.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
And then Eric's bringing cream cheese dill pickle pinwheels. That sounds good. Okay, it all sounds good so far.
It all sounds good.
I'm in.
So
I'll go down. If I can have a cream cheese dill pickle pinwheel, let me tell you something. It's worth going to the hospital for. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, no, it isn't.
I love dill pickles. I love cream cheese. Bring it on.
Nope.
It's worth the risk to me.
You guys have a good time.
It's worth the risk.
All right, Morning Blitz trivia, $25 up for grabs to Waterbeds and Stuff and Beds and Stuff Superstores. A new upcoming movie posted their movie website, and it turned out to be a porn site. What was the new upcoming movie that turned out to be a porn site? Be the first one to tell us at 99700. Text in the answer, and if you're first, you will get that gift card. Foo Fighters on the Morning Blitz, 624. That's Kelly Quinn. I'm Thick Rick. And our Morning Blitz trivia question this morning. There is an upcoming new movie that put out the URL for their website for the movie, and it turned out to be a pornographic website. Oh my gosh. And we asked, what movie is it? And the answer is Wicked, which makes sense that would happen. And toy buyers are the ones who discovered this, that Mattel printed this link to a naughty website. It's on the boxes of their dolls for the movie. So they got these dolls, specifically the ones for Glenda. And how do you say it? Is it Elphaba? Elphaba.
Yeah, they were supposed to put wickedmovie.com, and
yes.
Instead they put wicked.com, and it takes you to this independent adult film company.
Yeah, Wicked. I've heard of that. I think that's a pretty big adult site.
I'm going to see if I can get safe searched out of it. Wicked.com. This site can't be reached.
Oh, really?
I got safe searched.
Sometimes. Nope, I can't get there.
You can't
either.
get to,
No.
Nope.
I used to be able
sites.
to get to them in here.
Yeah?
Because, for show
show prep?
purposes.
Is that
yeah.
it?
Well,
Is that right?
I mean, sometimes you got to be able to find stuff.
For show purposes?
This was obviously an accident, just a really big accident. Because, it was on all those dolls' packages.
You don't put the intern in charge of your, linking websites on your packaging.
But if you go to wicked.com, it's just a black warning page saying it's an adult site. You need to be 18 to enter. But then, of course, all you have to do is click enter, And
I wouldn't know. I can't get to it.
Well, I'm just saying that's the way all of these adult sites are. You just you don't have to go, hey mom, this wants me to, get your how do I get in here? No, you just click enter.
I really want to see some big boobs.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. One commenter said, why would they do that knowing that it's mostly kids buying these dolls? Well, I'm assuming it wasn't intentional.
No, it was a mistake.
Others joked about how someone would be fired for this. Mattel admitted to the misprint, said they deeply regret the error, and advised parents to discard the packaging or scratch out the link. And they are taking immediate action to replace the old stock with correct packaging. Wicked, by the way, opens on November 22nd. I have a feeling it's going to be huge.
Oh, yeah. They've been promoting this for a solid year.
The trailer looks fantastic.
Okay, am I wrong? It's going to be like a 2-part movie? Like we're getting the first part and then we're getting a year later a second part?
Okay, no. What are we doing?
Am I right about that?
I don't know, but we don't need this. Why are we doing it? You can't make one good movie, really? I got to wait a year to... Now, see, that just is annoying as hell.
Wicked has been adapted into a 2-part movie musical with the first part scheduled for release November 2024 and the second in November 2025.
Okay, well, I'm going to wait till they're both available at the same time to stream in my home.
I can't help but wholeheartedly agree with that move.
That's annoying. That is so annoying.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just go to wicked.com instead.
If anybody's familiar with the Broadway show Wicked, I'm not. I've never seen it. It says the first part of the movie will end with the Broadway showstopper defying gravity.
I have no idea what that means.
I don't either. For those who do. Yeah.
We can always go to wicked.com and watch The Wizard of Oz.
What's that? Ooh, gross. Ew.
All right. Congrats to Stefan from Millersport. Stefan was the first one to text in the correct answer, and he's got $25 to waterbeds and stuff.
It's the Morning Blitz.
And now it's time for I've Got Something.
Let's see if these dummies have anything worthwhile for us.
6:38. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick. Doug Rogers had something for us, Kelly.
Okay.
By the way, I thought I'd mention we were talking about the potluck that's happening here Friday.
Yes.
Doug says if you're concerned about eating someone's potluck without seeing their kitchen or their house, just look at their fingernails and that will tell you everything you need to know.
Oh.
Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that. Now we're going to be walking around trying to look at people's fingernails and they're going to be thinking we're a bunch of creeps.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good plan. I'm looking at my own now. Like, do I pass? Yeah, I guess.
What you got over there?
Okay. A man has apparently been fired from his job after calling off sick to attend the Los Angeles Dodgers championship celebration.
Oh, dude.
Right, so he posted on Reddit, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. It looks legit. He posted his termination letter, and the letter at the bottom says, quote, employee called out of work sick on Friday, November 1st. Employee was seen at the Dodger World Series celebration the same day. Due to the call out and no coverage being available, the store was forced to close for business early.
Oh my gosh.
Sick pay has been denied. Employee terminated.
Man.
So this guy, I don't know if it's a guy or gal, it's all anonymous on Reddit.
Right.
It's Other Beginning 7294 said that he thinks his boss is a Yankees fan.
Oh no.
Maybe that's just a joke, but yeah, the guy got booted from his job. because there was no coverage and he called off sick.
What did it say? What kind of business it was?
Didn't. It just said store. The store had to close early, so it was some type of retail establishment.
Probably weren't doing any business anyway during that parade. Everybody in that city was at that parade.
Yeah.
But man, those are on TV, man. You got to be careful there. You got to put on a disguise or something if you're going to call off sick.
That's right.
Because technically you lied. You took a sick day. You weren't sick. But I mean, who doesn't do that? Who is? I mean, we've all taken a sick day to do something.
I think he was sick and tired of not being able to go to a championship celebration.
Jeez. Yeah, because I think the Dodgers won in 2020 and didn't get to have a parade because of COVID. If I remember, is that right?
Oh, so it's like a double parade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they had to make some making up to do.
Yeah.
They had to have a parade for 2 championships.
That's right.
All right, I got something here. The Wall Street Journal says there is a hot new trend where you visit your kid at college to party with them.
A hot new trend. It's called Parents' Weekend. It's been happening for years.
What?
Yeah, people always go for their Parents' Weekend at their kids' college, and they all get freaking ripped.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I didn't. Well, okay, so I was at my son was on a big house on campus at Ohio State with like 6 other guys, and they had a New Year's Eve party that we went to one night.
Okay.
Yeah. You walked into, they had a beer machine. You know, like instead of a pop machine, it was a beer machine.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Coors, and it spoke. It had had an AI voice that talked to you and stuff, and then they had a spindle of shots, different bottles for shots. You just spun it to the one you want. I mean, it was,
That's the true college experience.
Boy, the beer pong tables in the middle of the living room, and, it was absolutely exactly what I expected.
Yeah. So you went and partied with your son while he was in college?
A little bit on one New Year's Eve. That was it. But I didn't know this was like a regular thing, but it seems like
it's called Parents' Weekend.
I know, but I think it's happening more than just one weekend now.
Oh, it's just like the parents, like, hey, I had a blast on Parents' Weekend. How about I come down again?
153-year-old mom from Kansas with multiple kids says she's done 9 Parents' Weekends.
Nice.
Played lots of beer pong and flip cup. And she even once held a girl's hair back for her while she puked.
Yikes.
So,
yeah, well...
That's a cool mom.
You're doing a solid favor for that gal.
Yeah, she claims her kids are cool with it and seem to enjoy partying with her. She said they like seeing that side of her because it's a different aspect of the parental relationship.
Right.
Her 22-year-old daughter agreed. She said it's fun hanging out with her mom and dad as adults because she gets to see them not as parents. The director of sororities and fraternities, is that the resident advisor?
Yeah.
The director of sororities and fraternities at the University of Arizona confirmed it is a major trend now. He said he's seen parents do beer bongs and dance on tables. He said sometimes they act crazier than their kids. He says, who am I to remind you to be on your best behavior?
Yeah.
So, I didn't know that was a thing.
It is a thing.
So did your parents come and party with you?
No, I didn't live on campus.
Oh,
I lived at home my first year at Ohio State.
All right.
And then I dropped out for a year, and I worked at Video Movies Unlimited.
Oh, I know you loved that job.
And then I went back to Ohio State and finished up my few years I had left. And I lived on campus in a house with like 8 other girls in a 3-bedroom.
That's fun.
They used to let you do that back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My heart belongs to you, but my dog is community property.
Stix, drummer for Steel Panther, joining us right now. How you doing, dude?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. I'm so excited. I've seen you guys a few times. It's never a dull moment. I mean, can you guys have any more fun on stage? Is that even possible?
Scientifically speaking, no. We cannot. We max out the fun, and then once we go past that, it becomes unpleasant.
All right, listen, I got to talk about this because it was one of the best things from last summer. In my home, we watch America's Got Talent every year. All right.
Yeah.
So last year we're watching the auditions and you guys come walking out and I'm thinking it can't be. And then you guys introduce yourself. I got the audio of the introduction. It's great.
Okay, let's start with who you are, please.
Okay, we are a band called Steel Panther. Oh, this is Spider. He plays the bass.
Hello.
My name's Michael Starr. I'm the lead singer. I'm Satchel. I play guitar and I book all the flights.
Okay.
Wow. I'm Stix. I'm the drummer.
Is this something you do full time?
We do it full time. We've got 6 full-length studio albums out, and we've got a couple live records out.
Yeah, live DVD too as well.
And this is the best way to reach so many other people that have never seen this before and teach them the ways of heavy metal. Heavy metal. And we just wanted to come on the show because we want to win.
I love it. I wanted you to win so bad.
Dude, we wanted to win, and we lost to a guy telling jokes with an iPhone and a dog.
I remember
what are you
that.
gonna do?
Yeah, I know. Man.
You know, I mean, you cannot win against the heartstrings. To be fair, we never thought we had an actual shot of winning because it's a kind of, you know, it's a family friendly show, and we had a great experience. It was one of those things where they had asked us if we wanted to be on the show. And we didn't know, we thought, we're like, wait, you know, we're professionals. They're like, we opened it up to professionals a few years ago. And then we said, you know, we're filthy, right? and they went, yes, would you mind playing it within our rules? So we actually had to think about it. We decided, you know what, what's the harm in going and in changing some lyrics? Our fans, you know, we wanted to hope and think that our fans would be understanding, and they were, clearly. But it was a cool experience, and I will tell you, we didn't know if we were walking in for a setup to get ripped, or we were walking in to actually compete. And what I found the most interesting is, besides the 4 standing ovations from the judges and the crowd, who seemed to appreciate what we did, Simon Cowell, the way that he described us back to us after watching us, he was so clearly aware of what he was watching, and he was so complimentary and so appreciative of our unapologetic way of doing what we do that I was like, I thought, you know, before that, I thought to myself, Simon Cowell's just a dude who happened to get lucky in this music business and blah, blah, blah. And after that experience with him, I went, you know what? This dude knows what the hell he's doing. And it was impressive because he got it. He got the nuances of what we do, and he got it so hard. And it was cool. I felt like everybody was rooting for us.
Yeah.
Except for, you know, a couple of grandmas in North Dakota.
I actually have what Howie Mandel and Simon said right after your audition.
Wow! Yeah, I feel like I was just at the most amazing shortest festival I've ever attended. Yes!
Thank you.
I love this kind of music. This music needs to come back to the forefront, and you are here to bring it.
That's right.
You're so talented. It's so clear that you've been doing this a long time, because you don't get good like this overnight. Everything about that audition for me was just brilliant.
Yeah! That had to feel great to hear him say that.
Bro, I'm kind of speechless. It felt, wow, it felt cooler just now hearing it than when it was happening, because it was so fast and kind of a blur. But like, what a compliment from a dude who has been through it, you know. And you just made my day.
Oh, good. Well, you know, man, because when you guys introduced yourself, and I'm like, they're really going to play. I'm like, what are they going to sing? They're going to get thrown off stage in 30 seconds. How are they going to do this? And you did Eyes of the Panther. I was like, okay, they can get away with that and everything. But then you know, when you finished, then, you know, you got the standing ovation when the crowd erupted. They loved you guys. But I'm thinking, these people are going to go home and look you up on YouTube and see a very different band than they expected.
Dude, you know, I will tell you, to your point, I think most people did exactly that, and we got an uptick in visitors in our website, you know, and our store, and people bought stuff, and it was cool. But I will tell you, there were about 5 to 10 returns of people that got their stuff, and they went, I cannot wear this band. I didn't know. I ordered the stuff. I didn't look, and I deep dove, and I see this thing glory hole, and I can't wear this. It's so cool.
Love it.
So cool.
if anybody hasn't seen you guys, they've got to come out to Blitzmas December 7th. I cannot wait. Columbus loves you guys. So will we hear any special Christmas songs?
Oh, I'm sure. We have a Christmas song called "Sexy Santa."
Yep.
So we may do "Sexy Santa," and it's hard to say. We haven't put the set list together quite yet, but it's going to be a mix of all the records, some deep cuts on Field of Steel, some Christmas vibes, and the whole deal.
Yeah, love it. All right, man. December 7th, the Bluestone. Get your tickets now. And, dude, thanks so much for taking the time to join us, Stix, and we will see you then, brother.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate the time.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
It is Veterans Day. There's no mail delivery, no trash pickup in Columbus. Most banks will be closed today. Most schools are open today. A Veterans Day ceremony will be held at 11 this morning at the National Veterans Memorial and Museum on West Broad Street downtown. Today's featured speaker is Ohio State President and former Navy Top Gun pilot Ted Carter. Admission has been reduced to $5, but it is free for vets.
Thank you all.
Yes.
All of you veterans. I'm always humbled by every one of them I meet.
Yep.
Love you guys.
A federal emergency management agency employee was fired after advising her survivor assistance team to not visit homes with Trump yard signs during Hurricane Milton relief efforts in Florida last month.
Wow.
In a statement over the weekend, FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell called the incident reprehensible. She said it's a clear violation of FEMA's core values and principles to help people regardless of their political affiliation. FEMA did not identify the employee. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis calls this a clear case of targeted discrimination. He has directed the state's Division of Emergency Management to look into it, and the U.S. House Oversight Committee has launched an investigation as well.
I don't think they like me very much.
That is a crime.
I mean, come on.
I don't think you can do that.
Jeez.
Meantime, the residential cruise line Villa V is offering a 4-year cruise package for those unhappy with the election. Villa V Residences says it is now booking its Skip Forward package.
Oh, jeez.
You can go on the full 4-year deal for $160,000 per person if you book a double room, or if you're single, you'll pay $260,000. You'll visit 425 destinations across all 7 continents, and you can completely avoid the U.S. of A. I guess in most part, for 4 years.
All right. I will just say this. If you can afford $260,000 to take a 4-year cruise, you don't have an effing problem in your life.
Who you think you are, Beyonce?
You have no complaint. I'm sorry. You can afford that to go on a 4-year cruise. You have nothing to complain about.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, it's usually the big old, stars who are so upset they're going to move out. But anyway, yeah, if you are and you want to and you're really, really unhappy, there's an option for you. And those are your 3 things.
Puddle of mud on the Morning Blitz, 7:09. Kelly Quinn, Thick Rick, mostly sunny, high 61 today. We'll take it. 44 right now. And down in Florida, they had a little sting operation. It was called Operation Skin So Soft, which just sounds creepy.
Ooh, that does sound creepy.
I don't know why they would call it that. Because they were, investigating massage therapists.
Must have been lots of oils.
Let's see. Sheriff Grady Judd was talking about this. I guess there were quite a few of them that they ended up arresting. They had undercover detectives in this place, but
undercover detectives who had to go multiple times just to make sure
now
what was happening was happening.
Well, it's funny. Sheriff Grady Judd talked about this one girl, 37-year-old woman, who charged an undercover deputy $60 for a massage.
Okay.
But was trying to go all the way.
Yeah.
With this detective?
The undercover would say, no, just a massage. So on 3 different occasions, she continued to try to come back and upcharge him to engage in sex. She stood in front of the door so he couldn't leave, and then she tried to hold him down. This is a big undercover detective, and she might have been 5 foot tall. She wasn't as big as a popcorn fart. and she was trying to hold this man down. A word to the wise. If you don't want to get arrested and have your picture up here on a skin so soft bulletin board, don't do it. Next time, it can be the customers.
I didn't notice that before. He's got a skin so soft bulletin board.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, are you really?
Oh, yeah. They say the women arrested were between the ages of 31 and 64.
Wow. Yeah, 20 of them. They arrested 20 massage therapists.
None of them look happy. So, I mean, I really feel like nobody was liking what was going on, especially the women.
No. They were all Asian. 3 of them were U.S. citizens. The rest were here on work visas. And one of them wasn't very big.
She wasn't as big as a popcorn fart.
What?
I've never heard that phrase before.
Well, that's Florida, Kelly. They have popcorn farts in Florida. I don't understand. Oh. That's a popcorn fart.
It says other charges included improper record keeping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think? What's funny is that the detective that she tried to do that to never said a word about like illegal massages or sex. Never said anything about it.
No.
He got his massage, he paid for it and tried to leave, and she wanted to make him have more to charge him more. Oof. Little girl, try to hold down. I mean, you know.
Who's naming these operations? Operation Skin So Soft. We need a new guy on that job. That's gross.
Who's still going to these places? Don't they know? Do they not get it? I mean, you would have thought Robert Kraft would have taught those people a lesson by now. Yeah. You know, that they would understand. But
I don't know.
All right. Well, you end up on the Operation Skin So Soft bulletin board down there in Florida with Sheriff Grady Judd when you get caught in these places. A. Rose Smith, 724 on the Morning Blitz. That's Kelly Quinn. I'm Thick Rick. And Kelly, I think it was last week, we talked about having your own stall at work in the bathroom.
Yeah, the one you prefer to go into.
Right,
yes.
right. And that there are people that will wait and come back, me, if it's not available.
Okay.
You know, or they'll, you know, people we only have one men's room and one women's room here. By the way, Kelly gave me a tour of the women's restroom.
I did. How long have you been working here?
3 decades.
3 decades. So for the first time in 3 decades, Thick Rick went into the women's restroom.
Dude.
What do you think?
What? No, not fair. It's so nice. They have a sitting room, legit with like these nice,
like comfy chairs.
Yeah,
like this big full length mirror. You can just sit down and chit chat. And it's completely closed off from the more inner room, which are the toilets and the sinks.
Yeah, and it didn't smell that bad. It didn't smell bad at all, actually.
Okay.
What, man?
Does yours smell bad?
Always. It's a men's room. What do you think?
Even when you walk in the morning, you're the only...
Well, no, okay. No.
So it takes a few hours of the employees being here.
Yeah, but usually by the time we get off the air at 10, if I go in there, it's like, man, what happened? You know?
Thick was so funny when I took him in there. He was like, okay, now, the men's restroom, here's where the urinals are, right here. So I guess since you don't have that, then they can put the sitting room here.
Right.
And really trying to map that out.
Wait a minute, this is nice.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
See what happens when you don't have a wiener? You can have a sitting room.
All right, well, funny thing, I just saw this survey today. 1 in 12 employees, 8%, claim they have never pooped at work. 8% of people have never done it. And 34% are scared to do it and will only do it on an emergency basis, emergency situation only.
Yes.
You know.
Huh. How can you help it? You're somewhere for 8 hours.
Yeah, they say they'll hold it all day and wait till they get home.
But there's a point where your body's not going to hold it anymore.
And that's when, if only in an emergency situation.
An emergency,
well, they go. Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, people refuse. They say they're embarrassed. Well, the biggest issue is lack of privacy.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Which, if it's a large bathroom kind of deal with a lot of stalls, okay. I mean, you have a door, but whatever. The other things,
people
though,
can still see your shoes underneath.
Okay, what? Everybody poops. Everybody poops. There's books about everybody poops.
Guess
Everything
who was
poops.
Pooping?
Yeah, well, okay.
It's still embarrassing.
It shouldn't be. It's a natural human thing to do. But people are embarrassed about the smell, noise concerns, fear of judgment from coworkers. And I think that's insane.
I don't know, man. I totally agree.
How dare you poop? Shame on you.
It's not a shame or how dare you, but it is embarrassing. It's like,
well,
I don't like it. If I really have to go and somebody's in there, I won't. I'll wait. But I don't like to either.
Some have concerns about cleanliness. That I understand. It's based on certain bathrooms. And there are people who just can't go in public due to being what they call poop shy. I don't know.
Stage fright.
But yeah, I just 1 in 12, 8% of people have never done it. At least according to this survey.
That surprises me. But you must be really young and not working full time yet.
Full on the Morning Blitz, 7:39 with Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick on a Monday, Veterans Day. Thank you to all of our veterans. Bless your hearts, man. Hope you guys are doing all right out there today, and everybody in the world is telling you thank you, I hope. All right, Kelly, there's a new Christmas movie coming out, and it's going to go straight to streaming, so we don't even have to go to the theater to see it.
Okay.
And it stars Jack Black, and he's playing Satan in a new Christmas movie. It's called Dear Santa. The concept, a little kid who's a very bad speller.
Oh, no.
Tries to write a letter to Santa Claus for Christmas, and of course inadvertently addresses it to Satan instead of Santa. So the letter makes its way down to hell, where the Dark Lord himself, Jack Black, receives it. And he decides to come on up and meet the kid and try to lure him to the dark side, but kid proves to be surprisingly difficult to corrupt.
Very nice.
Yeah. From the hilarious minds behind Dumb and Dumber, Christmas is about to go up in flames. And I've got a little clip here from the trailer for you.
Oh, that's putrid.
Thank you.
What do you want?
You summoned me.
Not what I expected.
What'd you expect?
In the movies, the reindeer usually have the antlers, not you.
Kid, are you high? I'm ready for dinner. You lucked out big time, so I'm way better than Santa. Ho, ho, frickin' ho. You, my friend, are getting 3 wishes.
You mean like the genie?
They stole that from me. By the way, after you make your wishes, I'm taking your soul.
What?
You ain't never had a friend like me. Okay, that I may have stolen from Aladdin. Now we're even.
I want to see it.
I prefer the movie that just dropped in theaters called The Best Christmas Pageant Ever.
What is that?
Which is based on a book called The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. It's been out forever and ever. But it is about these 6 siblings. I guess they're like the worst kids in the world. And they end up getting most of the roles in the local church pageant of the Christmas story, the birth of Jesus. And it ends up being teaching the community a giant lesson about the true meaning of Christmas. Now, that is my kind of Christmas. I love a heartwarming Christmas tale. I truly do. Now, listen, I'm one to I'll watch Elf every year, and maybe this Jack Black thing is great. I don't know. You'll have to let me know, and I'll let you know about this best Christmas pageant ever. Right. But this one stars Judy Greer and Pete Holmes, and it's narrated by Lauren Graham from Gilmore Girls. So that I love that, and it looks so sweet and heartwarming.
All right, well, I like a little comedy, so I'm going to check out Dear Santa.
I do too. So you let me know how it is.
Dear Santa stars Jack Black, Keegan-Michael Key, Post Malone, and Robert Timothy Smith, and premieres November 25th on Paramount. Now, there's also a brand new Christmas song for this year, and this one is kind of odd. It is the brother of Taylor Swift's boyfriend, which would be
Jason Kelce.
Jason Kelce, yeah, brother of Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's boyfriend. He has teamed up with Stevie Nicks. So it's Jason Kelce and Stevie Nicks They've got a Christmas album. It's what they call the Philly Specials, a vocal trio made up of Kelsey and current Eagles, Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata, but they get together with others and do these collabs. So Jason did this one with Stevie Nicks, and it's called Maybe This Christmas, and here's a little, just little quick clip.
Maybe the beard can go. Maybe the stars that shone before will shine once more. Maybe this Christmas will find us at last in heavenly peace.
Hey, is Jason sing okay?
He sounds great.
Yeah.
For the love we've been shown in the past.
I'm going to guess he's really singing, too.
Sounds like it.
Well, you remember, it wasn't that long ago, Dave Grohl made a comment about Taylor Swift not singing live. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes,
and
I do.
She made some, she posted something in response. And she said, when she came out on stage, she kind of addressed it by saying, my band, who's going to be playing live, and she really emphasized live for you for the next 3.5 hours tonight, they deserve this so much. And the thing is she never claimed that she was lip syncing or that she was singing live. She didn't say anything like that. Well, there's a guy named Phil Henley, and he analyzed the audio from a bunch of her shows on this Eras tour, and he's convinced that she absolutely has been lip syncing a good portion of her concert. And there's a series of YouTube videos. He used audio software to prove the performances aren't exactly the same, right down to the millisecond of every show. He said, if we get vocal lines that match each other, it can happen. Even with a clear vocal of a singer doing one performance, just singing a few notes and singing a few notes again, those vocal lines will not overlap. That is something that is simply impossible to do with human vocal cords. So he says, not only is Taylor singing to pre-recorded tracks, but Henley says those tracks have been pitch corrected to the point that they're borderline auto-tuned.
Wow. Wait, pitch correction and auto-tune are two different things? It sounds like a euphemism.
I know, right?
Like pitch correction. All right. Maybe that's just a little tweaking, and auto-tune is actually auto-tuning the entire thing.
Well, Henley's videos have people now calling Taylor a fraud and saying she should be sued. But there's a ton of artists do this. What are you suing for?
If I pay the amount of money that it costs to go to an Eras Tour show, you better be singing at the top of your game, baby. And I don't care if it's pitch corrected. I don't care if you're lip syncing. Like, she's putting on a show as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she's out there. People just want to see her and they want to hear her music. She has given the crowd what they want. I have no problem with singing along with vocal tracks or whatever she's accused of doing. I have no problem with that.
Right.
Whatsoever. Okay. I don't need to hit you on a bad night when you when your voice is going and the songs don't sound as good.
Yeah.
Just give me something consistent. I like it.
I just thought, because she made it sound like she absolutely was live, but then when you think about what she actually said, she never made that claim.
Yeah.
That she was singing live the entire night. Now, I'm sure there's a pretty good portion of it that is.
She talks to the audience and all that stuff. So
you would not like that show because you don't want to hear them talk, right?
I mean, I like some acknowledgement. I like maybe a little quip or a little introduction to a song or whatever, or how you doing, or I got to go visit this on it. But I don't need you to tell me your life story from the stage. That's not what I paid for.
Five-Finger Death Punch on the Morning Blitz. Wrong Side of Heaven. It's 7:51. That's Kelly Quinn. I'm Thick Rick, and I've heard about this scam happening to people, or people trying to do this. A man was arrested in New York as part of an insurance scam. A woman was driving on the highway, and I watched this video. It's crazy. This gray car cuts in front of her and then slows down like immediately, just like almost to a dead stop.
Oh, for her to smash into the back of him?
Yeah. And she was focused on her driving, paying good enough attention that she was able to stop without hitting this car. So what does the car do? Throws it in reverse and flies back into her and slams into her and then pulls forward about 10 feet and stops and gets out and starts looking at the damage and taking pictures. He had no idea she had video. Dash cam.
That's why you want a dash cam.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, are you serious, man? And she happened, while this happened, not only is she recording from her dash cam, but she's on the phone with her husband. Listen to this.
Oh, my God.
What happened, babe?
Oh, my God. What did she do? Babe.
Babe, what happened?
I got into an accident. Oh, my God. This guy just reversed into me. What the hell is going on?
Reversed into you?
Yeah. I just got off the phone with the police, and they let me know that they made one arrest, which is amazing progress. And honestly, it's all thanks to you guys. Thank you so much for your support. And the NYPD is working really hard on this investigation.
Kelly, you should have seen one of the people that got out of the car. He's like wobbly and holding his head. And I'm like, are you friggin' serious?
Oh, you can go to jail.
There were 4 of them.
You, all 4, can go to jail. You can spend every weekend in jail for the next 2 years to think about what you've done.
Well, like I said, I'd heard this had happened to somebody before, but I didn't know it was had become a thing that was really spreading. It even has a name. It's called the Swoop and Squat scam.
Swoop and Squat.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. It sounds like it should be in the Kama Sutra, but go on.
Not to be confused with the bend and
snap.
The bend and snap, yeah. But I guess it's been happening more and more frequently, and then they get insurance to pay out, threaten lawsuits, split the proceeds, but this victim had a dash cam on her car, showed the whole thing.
All right, what can we get a dash cam for? $59.48 at Amazon.
That sounds very well worth it.
Well, you can get a Temu one for $23.58, but
I'll stay away from that.
yeah, they're not that expensive, I guess.
Yeah. The driver's been charged with staging a motor vehicle accident, criminal mischief, reckless endangerment, conspiracy, and insurance fraud. He's looking at about 7 years in prison.
That is enraging.
Yeah, it is. Because if she hadn't had that dash cam, and there were 4 of them, it would have been her word against the 4 of them.
Yep.
Well,
enjoy your criminal record, boys.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
I don't know if you heard the full story of this Amber Alert we got on Friday, but a man accused of taking a teenage girl from Columbus is in custody on kidnapping charges. Springfield police say 48-year-old Shane Smith was arrested there around 8 p.m. Friday, and the 13-year-old Columbus girl he was with was found safe. Investigators say Shane Smith was the 13-year-old's stepfather and had coerced her into going away with him to another state to start a new life as a couple. Court records say Smith had been sexually abusing the girl before convincing her to run away with him.
Oh, my gosh.
This guy's 48, the 13-year-old stepfather.
Sicko.
Prison justice. The order of the day for him. A Disney Cruise Line ship rescued 4 people from a sinking catamaran in Bermuda. The 50-foot catamaran was about 230 miles off the coast of Bermuda when a gasket failure in the escape hatch caused the vessel to begin taking on water. So the passengers called for help, and the nearest boat or ship was a Disney cruise ship. The Disney Treasure was about 80 miles away from the sinking catamaran. So the cruise ship launched one of their small boats. All 4 passengers were brought aboard the Disney cruise safely. No medical issues reported. So that's pretty cool. The Disney cruise was on its way from the Netherlands to Port Canaveral, Florida.
Never so happy to see a mouse in their lives.
No doubt. Mattel is apologizing after it was discovered that the new dolls for the upcoming movie Wicked are packaged in a box that links you right to an adult film company's website. This mistake is absolutely an easy one to make. It's on the packaging of both the Elphaba and Glenda dolls, and instead of the link wickedmovie.com, they accidentally put wicked.com, which takes you to Wicked Pictures, an independent adult film company. Mattel is apologizing for the error. The dolls are being removed from the shelves at Target and Walmart and other retail outlets. And those are your 3 things.
I said to Kelly earlier, well, you can go over to Wicked.com and watch The Wizard of Oz. She didn't like that too much.
I thought it was funny. I gave you props.
You thought it was gross.
It was a good one.
You thought it was gross.
It's kind of gross.
That is Bush on the Morning Blitz with Glycerine. It's 8:07. Kelly Quinn, Dick Rick on a Monday. It's like some sunshine today and a high 61. Pretty good for November. 44 right now. Also Veterans Day. Thank every veteran you see out there, please. Now let's talk about the gene pool lottery.
Yeah. Last week I was just kind of going through Reddit, as I do, and on the Ask Reddit sub, somebody asked, have you won the genetic lottery in any way? And if so, how? And it's thousands of responses on it.
Thousands.
And they were really good, because I'm thinking, the genetic lottery, in what way? Well, here are a few examples of what people posted on Reddit. This person said, I have tetrachromacy. I can see more colors than most people.
I've heard of that.
That's wild.
Is that a good thing, though? I wonder. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah. This person said they didn't even realize it until they were in art school and having to sort of describe art and things they see.
Okay.
And people were like, where are you seeing this? But some other ones that maybe more of us can relate to. Somebody said, I'm a really happy person. I'm rarely upset. And I think that was genetic. Somebody else said, I'm half Asian. So at 49, I have very minimal wrinkles. Somebody said, I'm 40 years old. I've never had a cavity. I was blessed with great teeth. Another person said, I have very fast metabolism and have my whole life. I never gain weight.
Oh,
so
God,
kind of
for you.
But I have one for you, because you have the best memory of anybody, among the best memories of anybody I know. I feel like that is a genetic thing. Don't you think?
Or a curse.
Do you think it's a curse?
Ask my wife. Sometimes she does.
No, I think it's a curse as well when it comes to you. You remember everything. So if I say something that slightly deviates from what I said 4 years ago, you'll call me on it.
See, it's a curse.
Maybe. For those of us who have memories that are slightly, fudging facts, I guess.
I mean, there are times when it's very helpful.
But yeah.
It's not an eidetic memory. I can't imagine what that would be like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, or what's her name from Taxi?
Yes.
What's her name?
Yeah,
the redhead.
that gal.
Yeah, she's got that's a real thing, an eidetic memory, where she can tell you what happened on a specific day at a specific time 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's not yours. Mary Lou Henner.
Mary Lou Henner. That isn't that. Now, I think that's a kind of a curse.
But you do remember, because you'll say things like, okay, well, don't you remember back at Rock on the Range in 2019 when on a specific day at a specific... I'm like, I absolutely do not remember that. I don't remember last year's Sonic Temple very well. So you have an exquisite memory. That's...
Is that genes?
I think so. You were born with a great brain that soaks up information and never lets it free.
You think about guys in the NBA who are 7'3". That's a gene pool lottery winner, right?
That's right.
You won the genetic lottery because you just. I mean, that's crazy. 7'3".
Yeah, that's nuts.
What? I'm trying to think. What do you got? What do you got? Do you win anything?
Stumping the world with my lack of anything special.
I'm trying to think.
I'm the most mediocre human being on planet Earth. How about that?
No.
Okay, so one thing I could think of is that my mom and I look so much alike that we are asked regularly when we're out if we're sisters or even twins, which actually is a great compliment to me, because my mom's 23 years older than I am.
Oh, okay.
However, I do love looking so much like my mom. I really do. It's just, and it's been a blessing for me. So I kind of love that. And that to me is a personal sort of winning the genetic lottery in my family. I really like that. All so I don't know, anything like that. I thought, what are something special about you that you were born with?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, would you say somebody who has an amazing singing voice?
Yeah, any kind of talent, I'm sure.
But what if nobody else in their family can sing? Is it genetic? Then that's the thing I wonder
Yeah,
about.
I don't know.
You know.
I don't know.
What if that
I don't care.
7'3" basketball player, all his brothers and sisters are 5.5 feet tall?
Well, it's like Barron Trump. We learned that Donald Trump's 6'4", Melania Trump's 5'9", I think, or 5'8".
So they're tall people.
And Barron Trump's like 6'9".
Right. So they're tall people.
They're tall
I wonder how
people.
tall their parents are. You know.
Yeah.
So
Kara says she has a great photographic memory. She can remember outfits she wore and what other people wore during events decades ago. Now that's bordering on eidetic, I feel like.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, no, okay, but photographic memory is a real thing.
Yes.
Eidetic memory is a real thing, and photographic memory is a real thing.
Okay.
They're different, but they are both very real things that people have. And, what do you guys got? Let us know if you got, I'm interested. What do you got where you feel like you won the genetic lottery when you were born? Saving Abel on the Morning Blitz at 8:24. Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick, and we're talking about genetic lottery winners, people who win the genetic lottery. Kelly claims I did because I have this, I guess, great memory.
Yes, I would kill for your memory. I mean, not literally, but I love the fact that you have such a solid memory. I'm envious of your memory.
Really kind of squelches the idea that marijuana kills your memory.
Oh, yeah, you pothead.
I'm not a pothead.
I know. Yeah, we have people, one who said they have never had a cavity in all their 40 years of life. They won the genetic lottery, dentally speaking. Kara says, I love my hair color I was born with. I've never dyed my hair, probably never will. It's a golden blonde with natural highlights. Saves me a ton of money in the salon.
Oh, yeah, wow.
That's a nice genetic lottery win.
So this one is... this one I thought was really interesting. Jay said, I got spinal meningitis during the blizzard of 78. I was 7 months old. I almost died. I have never, ever been sick since. Not chicken pox, nothing.
Whoa! All from having spinal meningitis as a kid.
Yeah.
It knocked everything out of your...
But were you ever... I'm just wondering, other than that, were you ever sick? Maybe it wasn't even that did it, or did they say that's why you don't get sick?
I don't know. It's really interesting. Somebody texted in that they have synesthesia, where you can see music in colors.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's like certain notes represent a certain color, like to say, oh, a C is like a yellow or something like that.
But just seeing it in their brain.
Yes.
It's not like it's floating out there in the air.
This person said, I have a thing called synesthesia. Not all music is visual to me, but some is. And this person said, I've noticed that certain artists cause it to happen more than others. So it triggers that color response, certain artists' music. That's really interesting.
Gosh. Wow. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
All right. So Josh said, I found out I'm a literal scientific experiment. I can trace part of my heritage back to the Scots Guard, which was the biggest and strongest males and females paired together so that their children would be extremely huge. Because of that, I have testosterone levels that are 10 times higher than they should be.
No kidding. That is wild.
I mean... Yeah.
I didn't know there was such a thing. I need to read up on that. The Scotch Guard? Is that what they said? The Scots Guard?
Scots.
The
Yes.
Scotch
Scotch Guard
Guard
is something you put on carpet when it gets cleaned. The Scots Guard.
Oh my gosh. Yes, we've got a lot of people who say they won the genetic lottery with metabolism. This person said, I somehow inherited a metabolism that allows me to eat pizza like a competitive eater.
Oh my
and
gosh.
still not gain weight.
We know people like that. I know people like that. They can eat constant. My friend Joe, he is skinny, man, and that dude will out-eat me every day. And I don't. It's not fair. It's just not. Take my memory and give me the metabolism.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Jay texted back in and he said, getting the what did he say he had? The spinal meningitis.
Yeah.
He said it made my immune system super at a young age. Pretty much, I didn't go to the hospital. My mom had to sit there with me and wait it out. The doctor said I might die, and I don't know. The text didn't make sense after that.
Okay. So basically his immune system became superhuman after this sickness. I get it. Brad says he has no known allergies and a very high immune system.
Man.
Yeah, that's wild. This person says 35, not a single gray hair, never had acne, skin is still pretty clear, no lines, green eyes, naturally thin.
Oh, good for you.
So really good for you.
Yeah, really. Oh my gosh.
That's wild. Yeah. This person says insanely good memory. Andrew says, I have an insanely good memory. I won't say photographic, but I can retain a ton of knowledge, which always made me a great test taker. Couple that with I don't get anxious in high-stress situations.
Okay.
Do you?
No, I feel the same exact way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tests came easy to me.
Wow.
That's just luck, I guess.
David said, I won the genetic lottery of having a great father who instilled an unmatched level of resilience in me. I'm 33 years old, 5'1" male, balding, and at best average looks. But my mind doesn't allow anything to impact me. So it was because of his father, he says, who taught him, how to have resilience and great respect for your own self. I love that.
All right, if I had a prize to give away, it would go to Mike. He said, I've been genetically blessed with both ears working, allowing me to listen to the Morning Blitz every day.
I'm tired of your goddamn rock and roll, anything goes lifestyle.
This is your Blitz Rock Rundown, the Monday morning edition.
Rock and roll!
On National Metal Day. Did you know today was National Metal Day? Didn't get that, Gene. National Metal Day. Yes, 11/11 is National Metal Day.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because of Spinal Tap.
This one goes to 11. It's one louder, Tess.
What's happening?
Oh, awake. I'm here. I don't know how you guys do it every single morning. I feel like I'm still asleep.
Yeah.
So do we.
And you know what?
You live on a different side of the day than we do.
That's true.
Because you're on from 7 to midnight every night. So, yeah, you're not used to being up now.
I'm not. And I'm really annoyed this morning because we can talk to robots, like have conversations with robots, but we have not figured out the fuzzies on new towels. I'm picking fuzzies out of my eyeballs because we got some new towels. They've been through the wash like 3 or 4 times, but I get out of the shower and there's fuzzies everywhere.
Tess, you bought what they call shedders.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Shedder's full.
The shedder's full. That's a lot of towels are like that. It'll go away eventually.
I can't stand it.
You'll shed what you need to shed, and then you'll be left with beautiful, soft towels.
I don't know. I just woke up in a mood this morning, I guess, because that's all I can think about.
I wonder if one of those doohickeys that remove like the pills off the sweaters would work on the towel.
I don't know. A lot of towels are like that loop type. I think you might just tear your whole towel apart.
Why haven't we figured it out yet without having to use one of those?
Why
anyway,
do you need you figure it out, Tess, and then you figure it out and then make it into a multi-million-dollar business.
That sounds like a
I've
great
set your
idea.
future apart.
Thanks, Kelly.
Into the stratosphere, baby.
So did you get anything in the genetic lottery?
If I had to pick something, I would say my green eyes, because 2% of people have green eyes.
Oh, that's right.
I think that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's special.
Did you ever see the movie Big Trouble in Little China?
No.
It's all about 2 girls with green eyes. You should see it. Very funny. Kurt Russell. Good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Kurt Russell.
Yeah, great. It's funny.
What's it called?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay.
That's great. Watch it sometime.
All right. I will. Okay, let's talk about Papa Roach.
Nuts.
Papa Roach and Rise Against, they're teaming up for the Rise of the Roach tour, featuring Under Oath, celebrating the 25th anniversaries of Papa Roach's Infest and Rise Against's debut EP, Transistor Revolt.
Rise of the Roach.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's like your plants out back. The tour is coming to PNC Pavilion in Cincinnati Tuesday, September 23rd. Tickets go on sale this coming Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.
Really? All right.
Bert Kreischer, I know how much you love him. He did a funny video on YouTube to announce the tour, and he introduces himself as a comedian, actor, podcaster, and a member of Papa Roach.
Mr. Kreischer, we'll take that again. You accidentally said you're in the band?
Yeah, I'm in the band.
Since when have you been in Papa Roach?
Forever. Haven't you ever heard of Papa Roach? This is our tour bus. And this is technically my tour bus. But yeah, we're going on tour. But I'm not playing in the band. I'm sharing lead vocal duties with Jacoby. It's me and him. Like a team. Like Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Dedication. Hey, look who it is. It's my co-lead. What's up, buddy? My band member.
Good, Bert. Would you mind picking up some dinner on the way to practice tonight?
No question. What do you guys want? Chinese?
Yeah, dude, hit me with that dim sum, dude. Will you pick up my dry cleaning as well?
Yeah, of course. It's right next to the Chinese restaurant. I got them both. I'm on my way.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, I love you. He didn't say it. Well, whatever. He probably didn't cut out early. Anyway, I could rip the shirt off, but I'm going to save it for the tour. We are celebrating 25 years of Infest. We're playing all the hits, and we can't wait to bring them to your city. Rise Against, Under Oath, and us, Papa Roach, on tour. So good to be a part of a team.
Us.
Yep. Hit me with some of that dim sum, dude.
If he would go out and do stand-up and they would play, that would be just the greatest tour in the world.
He has to show up at some of their dates after that, right?
You would think.
That would be awesome.
All right. I like it.
Let's talk about Jelly Roll now. He's openly spoken about his time in prison, and he visits jails while he's on tour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he just visited a prison in Chesterfield, Virginia. It has the Helping Addicts Recover Progressively program. And 4 of the inmates performed for Jelly Roll while they were in the prison. And he was so impressed that he asked the sheriff to let all 4 of them come on stage to sing with him in Charlottesville. Listen to this.
Today I had the most unique experience I've ever had in a jail. A local county jail that has a program that is teaching people how to recover the right way, and through therapy and through music, through redemption, and giving them real second chances. I left there and I couldn't quit thinking about it. And I called that local sheriff and I said, I know this sounds crazy, but I never got a chance to see if the dream could be real. Would you please bring those inmates to this show tonight so they could see the dream? That sheriff is such a visionary. He said, you know what? I will bring those men to come sing for these people tonight in Virginia. EJ, Craig, Kevin, and our men up here right now. Come on, Cali, baby. Y'all get on up here, baby. Come see your town right here. These young men woke up in county jail, and they're going to go to sleep in the county jail. But for the next hour, they get to live like us for a minute and sing a little music. Is that okay with y'all? If anybody believes in second chances, it's a Jelly Roll show, right?
They were all dressed in regular clothes, not their jail uniforms, and they sounded really good. Now, it was like a 5-minute long video, so I didn't want to.
Yeah, I get it.
But you can watch it. I posted both videos from when he was in the jail and they were singing for him, and then the stage at theblitz.com. Just click on Air Staff and find my name. It's over there.
Which is Tess.
Hi. Let's talk about As I Lay Dying now. Frontman Tim Lambesis, he was arrested in 2013 after he tried to hire an undercover cop to murder his wife, pled guilty in 2014, and then he got out in 2016, 2 years later on parole.
And then played Rock on the Range.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, wait a minute, is this real? Is this real life? I thought he was... Anyway, after that, reunited with the band. They even came out with an album in 2019 called Shaped by Fire. Well, now all of his bandmates have quit, saying that their personal morals wouldn't allow them to continue with the group. Just 2 weeks before they all left the band, they released a new single. It's called Whitewashed Tomb.
So the guys that did this song are the ones who quit?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So their new album, Through Storms Ahead, is supposed to be released this Friday, November 15th. At least that's what Tim Lambesis said in a statement on Instagram. He admitted that it was an unhealthy environment within the band and supports all of his former bandmates. He plans to continue the band and will release the album.
So these guys all made a brand new album and then quit?
Yep.
That's crazy.
But listen to this. He said something like, that more than 20 people have come and gone to help bring this vision to life since I was 19 years old. And I look forward to building a new team and creating a better environment this time.
Well, it sounds like he was the problem to begin with, so I guess he's going to do some soul searching and then form a new band.
Sounds like it.
It's kind of weird.
It is kind of weird. And I really enjoy their music, but I don't know. I think it's time for him just to hang it up.
I mean, I don't know what... maybe just a rebranding or something. Maybe build a new band and come up with a new name. But I don't know. People that the As I Lay Dying fans are going to want it.
Yeah.
Like you said, you like the music. I mean,
but I think he's always going to be I tried to hire someone to murder my wife.
Yeah. And Kelly and I were talking about that a couple of weeks ago, and it's like I don't know how do you take that.
I'm waiting on the juicy details from the band members that will eventually come out, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, give us a book.
Yes.
Unless they got paid to sign NDAs.
Oh, boo. It's so fun.
I don't know if they're big enough to be that important that they could get paid enough to sign an NDA and be concerned about it, because obviously, I mean, it's their songs too. So any album sales, they're going to get their cut.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll see what happens. Well, thanks for having me in. I'm Tess. That was your Blitz Rock Rundown.
Always a pleasure. Catch Tess 7 to midnight. You're giving away. I saw you giving away. You're
the story so far.
The story so far. Tickets to the story so far. And what time? 9 o'clock hour.
Yep.
All right. Well, check out Tess from 7 to midnight. White Zombie on the Morning Blitz. Sitting at 8:53 right now. It's Kelly Quinn and Thick Rick. Lots of sunshine today. Going to get up to about 61. Pretty damn good for November 46 right now on National Metal Day.
Yes.
As we mentioned, November 11th is National Metal Day because of Spinal Tap. It goes to 11.
Yeah. And then we have 11/11/11, Veterans Day, celebrating Armistice Day.
Yes.
So, yeah. A lot of 11/11 celebrations.
It's a good day.
It is a good day.
It's a good day. Yeah, make sure you thank any veteran you see. Thank them twice. 3 times if you want to. I hope the veterans,
active duty, we love you all.
I hope they get sick of hearing thank you today. But National Metal Day, I heard this from Jim Brewer. This is going to be me when I'm 80, Kelly.
Hard rock and metal is going to be oldies. That's an oldies station. I want to be that old man. My kids are taking me with the grandkids, and I'm stuck in a back seat just for a drive for the day.
Going for a ride, Grandpa?
Well, can you please turn on my music today? How cool will that be to hear one day? It's just an old man. You're like, hey, you're listening to the oldies goldies station. Hard rock and heavy metal 24 hours a day. Yeah. You want Pantera, Megadeth, Slayer? Guess what? Slayer. Oh, that's scary, man. I saw a Slayer concert. That's the first time I feared my own race. Just sit in the back seat like, hey, if you grew up in the 80s and you're turning 80 this year, God bless you. Here's something to keep you alive one more day. This is Metallica's Creeping Death.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
Well, an additional 24 monkeys have been recovered in South Carolina after escaping a research facility last week. 1 monkey was found and recaptured on Saturday, and then authorities caught another 24 yesterday. Veterinarians have examined all of the recovered animals and found they were unharmed. Officials say most of the 43 escaped monkeys stayed pretty close to the Alpha Genesis Primate Research Center, and they say they do have their eye on a sizable group still in a nearby wooded area. Apparently, they're like bunking down for the night in the trees, and they know where they are. They just haven't recaptured them. Apparently, human error is blamed for the escape. A caretaker forgot to lock 2 doors during feeding and cleaning. I hope they all would get away. I really did. I hope that they all ran as far as humanly possible and were never seen or heard from again.
What state was it again?
South Carolina.
All right. I just feel like they need to be in a place where they have bananas growing.
Yeah, they don't grow bananas in South Carolina?
I don't know. Do they?
I don't know.
I don't know how far, how tropical they needed to be.
No idea. Chat GPT. This is good. It tells me that there is at least some oversight on Chat GPT. The service rejected more than 250,000 requests to generate images of the 2024 U.S. presidential candidates in the lead up to Election Day. So they rejected them outright.
Oh.
250,000 requests.
Wow.
OpenAI says the rejections included image generation requests involving President-elect Donald Trump, Vice President Kamala Harris, President Joe Biden, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. So that's interesting. There's some oversight there.
Back on when you were doing the news, talking about on Election Day, when you go to the poll to vote, you weren't allowed to wear hats or shirts with the Harris or Trump's names on them. Was that just Ohio or is that nationwide?
That was the Ohio Secretary of State that came down with that.
Oh, okay, all right. Because
it was just guidance.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah, because I thought.
Yeah, as long as it didn't have the name of the candidate on it, then you were supposed to be good to go. But it's long been a rule that you cannot wear any type of clothing that refers to a candidate.
Yeah,
so
it could be slogans and stuff, but not the name, right?
Yeah. So I could see where maybe people would have an issue with a Make America Great Again hat.
Right.
Just because everybody knows what that means. But they weren't supposed to deny you. Or they weren't supposed to make you take it off.
The only reason I was asking about Ohio is because my daughter, Lanessa, goes to school in Alabama, and she was volunteering to work the polls on Election Day, and she said that people were wearing hats with names on them, and there was nothing they could do about it.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. That's why I was asking.
No,
if it
that was
was
the state of Ohio.
Okay, that's why I was
Yep.
asking. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Venom: The Last Dance staying at the top of the box office after an underwhelming opening weekend. The film's been putting up some solid numbers, I guess. Apparently, major Hollywood studios do avoid the post-election weekend to drop big movies. But we did get A24's new horror film, Heretic, starring Hugh Grant. And the Lionsgate seasonal play, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. And both those two are vying for second place right now. They're doing the final vote counts this morning. It's so close. Heretic has 11 million so far tickets sold. And the Best Christmas Pageant Ever has 11.1 million. But I really was interested in seeing Heretic. And I was looking on Rotten Tomatoes at what people were saying. And they're typically giving 4 and 5 star reviews, like Hugh Grant's amazing. But some of the reviews, they all have a common theme. And that is that it went on too long.
Oh, the movie's too long?
Yeah. People were saying things like, and this was on Rotten Tomatoes, it wasn't bad. I just kind of wanted it to wrap up. Somebody said, too much dialogue. Okay movie, though. Somebody said, the acting was fantastic, but the movie drug on and on. And somebody said, this is a masterpiece of horror. No gore, no supernatural aspect, no cheap jump scares, just pure psychological terror. Yeah. Nothing happens, the review says. Nothing happens. A lot of talking.
Right.
But it fills you with dread the entire time. Now, I was looking at Ronnie Hunter went to see it, and she gave a little review on her Facebook page. She said it was the epitome of a psychological thriller, but it's pretty long and drawn out. Worth the wait, but probably something you could watch at home when it's available for home streaming. She said Hugh Grant is diabolical. That was her review of Heretic.
What about Elevation? Didn't anybody go see Elevation? The monsters that can't climb 8,000 feet? Remember?
Oh, that's right. The one we were making fun of on Friday. Did anybody see that?
But it sounded hilarious.
It did.
I would love to know if anybody saw Elevation and what you thought. Text us at 99700.
All right. Those are your 3 things.